to the practical session of Computer Network Laboratory. This is Ranjit Gawande. In this course, we will learn about CNL practical assignment by keeping the aim to learn computer networking and its administration for providing security to the network. Thus, you will acquire the skill and ability to protect valuable information and secure your network. Another objective is to score good marks in CNL practical examination. So let's begin with the contents of today's session. First, we will discuss the overview of CNL, in which you will learn about the necessity of computers to become connected in the network. Then next is we will discuss the examination scheme, in which I will provide certain guideline about the practical examination. Then next is we must understand clearly the course objective and outcomes. Here we will set our roadmap for achieving our goal. Next is the reference book for CNL. SPPU recommended standard reference book for the implementation of practical assignment and its theory concept. Next is laboratory assignment. Here we will see a suggested list of assignment which are categorized into group A and group B. Next is software and hardware requirement. In this, we will discuss the various softwares and hardware tools required for performing the CNL assignment. In the last, we will discuss the guidelines for journal writing. So let's begin with an overview of CNL. The first question arises in our mind: why to learn CNL? You know that the computers themselves powerful, but when they are connected in a network, they become even more powerful because the functions and the tools that each computer provides can be shared with other computers. It is possible only when we connect computers in a network. So network is a small group of computers which are share information. They can be very complex and spanning on large geographical area that provide its user with unique capabilities above and beyond what the individual machine and their software application can provide. I hope you understand the necessity and importance of CNL. Now, which theory subject is associated with CNL? The companion course associated with CNL is Computer Network, having subject code 310245. The order of the assignment list is maintaining the synchronization with the theory subject. I mean to say, assignment number 2 and 3 are based on unit number 1 of the theory subject, and so on. Now, after successful completion of this course, you will earn 1 credit, which will further added to calculate your SGPA. Hope you know SGPA stand for semester grade point average. Now next is an assessment. The continuous assessment of laboratory work will be done based on overall performance and lab assignment performance of the student. Each lab assignment will assign some grade or some marks. The parameter for each lab assignment assessment include timely completion, performance, innovation, efficient code, punctuality, and neatness in journal writing. It is expected that you should use Hungarian notation, proper indentation, and comment while writing a program. Hungarian notation means the name of the variable or function indicates its intention to use in a program. Now next is category of assignment. The assignments are categorized into 2 groups, group A and group B. The intention behind it is that 4 assignment from group A are compulsory to all the students, while from the group B 2 assignments are compulsory, because these are important assignments that need to be solved by all the students. So this was a overview of CNL. Now next we will see the examination scheme. We strictly conduct CNL practical examination as per the norms set by the SPPU. Total 50 marks weightage is assigned to CNL practical examination. Both internal and external examination carried out an evaluation of student problem statement. It is expected from student to carry out the satisfactory implementation of the problem statement. The supplementary and relevant question may be asked at the time of evaluation to test the student for advanced learning and understanding of the fundamental. Now next is the term work assessment. The fair and transparent system is adopted by Department of Computer Engineering. The 25 marks of term work are solely based on continuous assessment of student performance during practical hours, such as journal completion status, attendance, active participation in solving problem statement, punctuality, and cleanliness in journal writing. Next is when practical examination are scheduled. The practical examination traditionally scheduled after the term end and before the theory examination. You will get sufficient time to prepare thoroughly for practical examination. It is conducted in batches of maximum 30 students in one batch, and you will get 3 hours to solve the problem. Depending on the total number of students, it may be conducted in 1 day or 2 days, or sometimes it required 3 days. So as per the norm of the SPPU, students are not allowed to carry mobile phone, smartwatches, pen drives or flash drives or any objectionable things during practical examination. Else, strict action will be taken on the student. Next are the course objective and outcome. It is important to know the objective and outcome of the course as you work through and study this subject, as well as it will help you to learn, identify and solve real world problem statement. The first objective is to establish communication among the computing nodes in peer-to-peer client-server architecture. This objective is mapped on our assignment number 1 and 2, where we will learn configure 3 or 4 machines in a network and establish wired communication with the help of IP, that is Internet Protocol. Second objective is to configure the computing nodes with an understanding of protocol and technologies. This objective is mapped on assignment number 3 and 4, where we will learn about concept of socket using TCP and UDP protocol. Our third objective is to use different communication mode and standard for communication. This is to be mapped on the concept of flow control and selective repeat mode of communication algorithm, which are standardized under RFC and IEEE standard. The last objective is to make use modern tool for network traffic analysis. So we will use the Wireshark packet analyzer tool, Cisco packet tracer and network simulator, popularly known as the NS2 or NS3. So these are the objective. Now let's discuss the course outcome. Why we are discussing the course outcome? The reason is that once you successfully complete this CNL course, you will be able to measure your knowledge and skill you gain. So first outcome is students are able to demonstrate LAN and WAN protocol behavior using modern tool. Wireshark and Ethernet are the tool that can be used to demonstrate the protocol suite in LAN and WAN topology. Second outcome is students are able to analyze data flow between peer-to-peer in an IP network using application, transport and network layer protocol. By using the packet tracer, student can analyze the data flow in the protocol stack. Third outcome is students are able to demonstrate basic configuration of switches and router. This outcome maps on our assignment number 9, in which we will use Cisco Packet Tracer, in which you will get virtual routers and switches, and virtually you need to configure it, the front and the back panel of the switches. The GUI is available for all the switches and routers in Cisco Packet Tracer. Now, last outcome is students are able to develop client server architecture and prototype by means of correct standards and technology. I hope you get and understand the roadmap of CNL. Now, to achieve this goal, we require certain study material. So next is, what are the study material available? The SPPU has recommended certain reference book for CNL practical. The first book is Software Defined Network, published by Orally and written by Thomas and Kane. While second book is Building Wireless Sensor Network by Robert Holdy. The concept of assignment are available in these books, as well as some pseudocode and installation steps of packet tracer tools are available in these books. Next is a list of assignment. Here assignments are grouped into group A and group B. We begin with group A assignment, which are suffixed with A1, A2 and so on. Similarly, group B assignment are suffixed with B1, B2. Here I shorten the problem statement. The detailed problem statement is available at our Google Classroom. The first assignment is set up a wired LAN using layer 2 switch and then IP switch of minimum 4 computer to be connected. It includes preparation of cable, testing of cable using the line tester, then configure the machine using the IP address, then test the machine using ping command, and this utility has to be demonstrated by using the Wireshark packet analyzer tool. This is basic assignment in which we will learn the color coding of the coaxial cable, what is IP switch, how to test the cable, configuration of a system in one network, and after that how to test the system using ping command with the help of Wireshark that you will learn in this assignment. The second assignment is write a program in G++ to transfer one string at a time and one file at a time. This assignment deals with the flow control and error control of frames. You will learn how to use USB port for transferring the data from one node to another node. Third assignment, we write a program to for error detection and correction for 7 to 8 bit using CRC. To understand this assignment more clearly, I would like to suggest you to learn Hamming code first. Then you should proceed for cyclic redundancy of code, popularly known as CRC. In this assignment, we will capture the packets and then trace it using Wireshark packet analyzer for peer-to-peer mode. Fourth assignment is write the program to simulate go back and N and selective repeat mode of sliding window protocol. In this assignment, we will learn about simulation of the sliding window protocol for error-free transmission of packets from source to destination. On next slide, we will see few remaining assignments from group A. So, assignment number 5 stated as write a program to demonstrate subnetting and find subnet mask. This assignment deals with class A, class B and class C IP addresses and the role of subnet mask associated with each class. Here you will learn how one can connect 254 computers in a single hop using subnet mask of class C IP addresses. Next is write a program using TCP socket to say hello to each other. In this assignment, you will learn a very important concept of socket. The socket is the backbone of computer network. Whatever the web pages you see on your computer is only available due to the socket. So here you will learn TCP socket to design a chat server and client. Next is assignment number 7. Here you have to write a program using UDP socket to enable file transfer. Here you will learn socket concept in connectionless and less secure protocol, that is user datagram protocol environment. The last assignment from group A, that will be a 8th assignment, is write a program to analyze TCP and UDP packet captured through Wireshark. In this assignment, you will learn how connection oriented transmission control protocol, which is more secure than connectionless protocol, that is UDP behavior in the sense of handshaking scenario, that will be analyzed using Wireshark packet analyzer tool. Now next is assignment belonging to the group B and compulsory for all the students. So group B assignment are as use network simulator NS2 to implement monitoring traffic for ring topology, in which you will study simulation of 5 computers which are connected in ring topology and study the traffic on the bus. Network simulator help us for certain basic creation of certain basic facility and defining their interrelationship between the node. In the next assignment, we will carry out simulation of routing protocol. So configuration of RIP, OSPF, BGP using packet tracer. In this assignment, the concept of routing protocol we will implement for RIP, that is routing information protocol, then OSPF, that is open shortest path first, and BGP, that is border gateway protocol. Then we analyze their behavior using our packet tracer. So this was quick review of all the assignment that we will perform in CNL. Now next is the software and hardware tools that you require for implementation of CNL. SPPU and Board of Studies of Computer Engineering has recommended to use the 64-bit Linux operating system to implement all the assignment. All of you are very well aware and familiar with Ubuntu operating system, as we are using this operating system right from first year of engineering. Ubuntu 14.04 support is stopped by the Ubuntu community. So I recommended that you should use the 16.04 or 20.04 version of Ubuntu, or upgrade your 14.04 to the latest stable version. Here you will find the LTS. That LTS stand for long term support. Then there are SPPU recommended certain programming tools like GCC, G++, Java, Python, Wireshark and Cisco Packet Tracer. GCC stand for GNU C compiler. That is open source and you can program using GCC on the Ubuntu system. You can use Python also for programming the socket program using Python. That is quite easier with the help of IDLE environment. Wireshark is network packet analyzer. A network packet analyzer capture packet data. It is a measuring device for examining what happening inside a network cable. Just like an electrician use a voltmeter for examining what happening inside the electric cable, Wireshark is also used in a somewhat similar manner. Wireshark is available for free and it is open source. Then Cisco Packet Tracer. This packet tracer is a cross-platform visual simulation tool designed by the Cisco system that allows user to create network topology and intimate modern computer network. The software allows user to simulate the configuration of the routers and switches using simulated combined line interface. It is free for educational purpose. Next is hardware requirement. So hardware requirement, line tester, crimping tool, punch tool, these are the hardware tools we will require for the CNL practical. Line tester basically used for testing the cable. When you crimp the RJ45 jack using this crimping tool, whether this crimping is successful or not, that can be tested using this line tester. It is having 8 LED display for the 8 wires and they are synchronizing the linkingness of the wire by highlighting the LED. So it will assure us that whether the crimping is successful or unsuccessful, that can be easily understand from the blinking of the LED. The hardware component we require RJ45 jack. RJ stand for registered jack. It having 8 connectors. Then we required Cat5. That Cat stand for category 5 cable, having capacity to transfer data at the frequency of 100 MHz. Then we required 24-hour switch. These switches are available in 2 types. One is manageable switch and another is unmanageable switch. Here I am showing you unmanageable switch. In manageable switches, we can program in a such a way that when and at what time one particular connection should be on or off, that can be programmed in manageable switches. Then NIC, that is the network interface controller. That NIC, also known as network interface card or network adapter, nowadays it is available on 99% motherboard. Previously it was separately need to be buy and install, but nowadays it is available with on the motherboard. It's typically support 10 megabits per second of data transfer. So these are the hardware tools and hardware components we required for CNL practical. Next we will see the guideline for journal writing. Your journal consists of certificate, index, handwritten write-up of each assignment that clearly mention the title, objective, problem statement and its outcome, then software and hardware requirement, date of completion, assessment grade and the teacher's sign. Each assignment should include theory concept in brief, then algorithm, then neatly draw flowchart, then test cases and conclusion. So your journal should contain program codes with certain sample output of all the performed assignment, and it has to be submitted in a soft copy. That DVD should be attached with your journal file. SPPU has a concise effort and little contribution towards green IT and environment awareness. That's why instead of attaching the printed papers as part of write-up and a program listing to journals will be avoided, and for that they recommended to use the DVD containing the student program. So the summary of today's session is that in this lecture we had taken a brief overview of computer network laboratory. We have also described the course objective and outcome, as well as we also discussed software and hardware requirement for CNL lab. In next session, we will learn about installation of the Wireshark and its configuration on the Ubuntu, installation of the Cisco Packet Tracer on the Ubuntu, and address the issue related with the assignment number 1. The fundamental associated with assignment number 1 are available in the textbook Software Defined Network. You can take a review of this fundamental. If you have any query or difficulty, you can post your queries on Google Classroom. Thank you very much.